If you want to revolutionize how you feel about money and how much money you make this year, right now, today in 2023, this is the official kickoff of the 2023 Money Mindset Masterclass. If you are joining me live, I am so incredibly excited. Hello, welcome, and thank you for being here today. This money mindset is so incredible. Hello, everyone. Sit for a moment in meditation as we feel the beauty and the energy of this space right here, right now. For those of you who do not know me, hi. If you are joining me here on Instagram Live, or if you're joining me here on Facebook, welcome to the 2023 Money Mindset Masterclass. I am so incredibly excited. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Val Nichols. I am a business coach for heart-centered, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. And I have gone from having a business where I was struggling, growing up with some lack and limitation in my life. I grew up with a single parent who there was times we were so broke that we were literally stealing toilet paper from the library so that we could get by, to having now multiple businesses, multiple six-figure income, and living the best days of my life. So if you are here for it, let's jump into it. Feel free to share this out. Feel free to connect with us here. If you're watching live, let me know what you're doing, what is going on, and you could gauge your current money mindset. Where would you be? Would you be on a scale of 1 to 10? Where are you? Let me know. And when I talk about the fact that I went from, growing up with a lot of lack and limitations, the biggest thing I want to press in here for you guys today is that I was the type of person that there was a point in my life where I was going to the grocery store, swiping the card, hoping it would go through. If you've ever been there, say me in the comments, say that's me. So swiping the card, hoping it'll go through, hopes and prayers, do not pay the bills, but I was landing on those hopes and prayers. So there was that point where I had gone from having 6 figures in my bank account at a very young age, selling insurance, to literally losing everything and then needing to start back over again and again and again. So if that feels like you, do you ever feel like you are starting over? In this current economy that we have, we won't go into details on that. We all know, if you've been watching the news, if you've been watching anything, you know what's going on. But in the current economy that we have, it's really easy to think that, hey, I'm starting over, or somehow we're lacking. The truth about this is, I want you guys to really lean in for a moment. The truth about money is that money is never about money. Money is about how much you actually trust yourself. Money is about your level of confidence, your ability to receive, to open up, to have that abundance. It's about all the things that you are able to receive. It's about, trusting yourself. It's about that intimacy, that close connection. And so when we talk about money, it is a much deeper conversation than we can ever comprehend. And I'm looking back and forth because we're live here on Instagram, we're live here on Facebook. So, this is a much deeper conversation than we can ever comprehend. And the more that we learn about money, and that's why you're here right now, right here, right now. The more we learn about money, the more we fully understand, the more we learn about ourselves. Someone write that in the comments. The more we understand about money, the more we understand about ourselves. It is so much deeper than we can ever comprehend on a surface level. And the more we learn about money, the more we become unstoppable. Tell me if that's you, unstoppable. The more we become unstoppable, the more we're able to play in that energy, to play in that space, to play in the abundance. Because at the end of the day, money is fun. Money is fun. If you don't feel that way yet, My goal is to allow you to feel that by the end of this masterclass. Thank you, Raj. So good to see you. Raj from India's type is joining in on with us. The more we're able to play with money, right? With the abundance, with the more, with the realm of possibility that's out there for all of us, the more we're able to tap into this energetic alignment where this and more is possible, right? Where this and more is possible. And I say this having come from the experience. Again, you guys, there was a time in my life where I was really in that space of lack. I was in a space of lack. And the crazy part about that is that when you're operating from that space of lack, what you think about, you bring about. What you think about, you bring about. So the more you operate from that space of lack, the more you're seeing the evidence of that lack and limitation, the more you become wrapped up in the idea, in the belief that there is not enough, that there's not enough. And the truth of the matter is that there is more than enough for you, for me, for us, for the universe, for the world. And if you are ever at that space where you believe that, who am I to make money? If that's you, let me know in the comments. Say that's me. Let me see if I can pull up the comments with you. The more you're in that space of who am I to make money? Who am I to do this thing? You know, there's such a thing as lack and imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. And when we talk about imposter syndrome, we're talking about that feeling that is real or imagined. Most of the time it's imagined, that you feel like you perceive that you're not good enough, that you're not really who you say you are. Or, you know, the more success you jump into, the more you feel that feeling of being an imposter, as if somebody's going to knock on your door one day and say, ha, caught you. You can't really have this life. You can't really have this thing. You can't really have the desire. You can't really have the business that you truly desire. And, you know, the crazy part about that is it can feel very real. It can feel very real when you are in that space, when you are in that belief, and when you are in that mindset. So know that if you are feeling like an imposter, when it comes to your money, your ability to receive, your ability to create, your ability to hold your hands out, to play with money, and to receive the energetic exchange that is cash, that is money. You know, so often I have people that say, hey, I am not able to charge what I'm worth. I'm not able to charge what I'm worth. And if you're in that space where you're like, that's me, I am not receiving the $5,000, the $10,000, the $20,000 months like I truly desire, know that this is not your fault. This is a lack. This is a money mindset. And you can absolutely not just crush that, but move beyond it and get in the abundance mindset, get in the game of money, play with the energetic alignment. And if that sounds good for you, write me, say heck yes in the comments, say that's me. If you know that you are put here on earth to create something beautiful, if you are the type of entrepreneur who is creative, I know I have a lot of ADHD entrepreneurs in my life. So if you are that heart-centered entrepreneur, the one who says, hey, I want to bring forward in the world something that is beautiful, something that is amazing, something that is incredible. If you are that creative, heart-centered entrepreneur, so often it can feel like I can't charge what I'm worth. People can't afford it. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. People aren't going to pay that. And I've definitely had those types of questions in my mind before as well, where I've thought nobody can afford this. I'll backpedal on my price. I'll discount my prices. I'll be in a sales call. And next thing I know, I'm, you know, like backpedaling and charging a lower price because I've already convinced myself that people cannot afford it. If that's you, put me. And the crazy part about that, and you guys, please learn from my mistakes and learn from all of the research, all of the mistakes I've made, and all of the things that I've done to create this business, is this. When we are in that mindset and in that space of feeling like we can't charge what we're worth, and then we start to discount our prices, we start to pull back, we start to play small, we start to, not be consistent. Maybe you're self-sabotaging. There's things that are showing up. Just know that that is going to cause burnout. And if you are a highly intuitive, heart-centered entrepreneur, then getting into burnout can be devastating. This is when we now have a hater that'll show up, or somebody gives us a negative comment, and we start to believe and truly think that all of these things which are coming at us, all of these things which are happening, are evidence that we are a failure. And just because you fail, just because you have these things showing up for you, does not mean you're a failure. It does not mean you're a failure. You can have an imposter moment, but it does not mean you're an imposter. You can struggle with those imposter moments when it comes to charging what you're worth, getting in your value, standing in your true beliefs, standing in your worthiness, but it does not mean you have to live an imposter life. And when we talk about money, again, money is never really about money. Right? Can I get an amen for that? Like, drop it in the comments. Money is never really about money. Money, your ability to receive, to charge what you're worth, to stand in your value, to step out in your full influence, just like I know you want to do, to be that influencer, to be that abundant business person, to create those multiple streams of income, to create the abundance, to your ability to receive, to put your hands out and say yes. This is all directly correlated to something so much deeper. It's directly correlated to your ability to receive. How many of you, I think I already know the answer, but let's just test this out. How many of you are really good at giving and giving and giving to other people? You're really good at being there for serving, for giving to other people, but when it comes to yourself, you often find yourself putting yourself on the back burner and not receiving what you're worth. How many of you know that your prices are not in alignment with your impacts? And when we're in that space, just know that it is a direct correlation to your confidence, to your ability to receive intimacy, to your ability to really truly receive. And there's a lot of lone wolf type mentality out there, right? The hustle culture, the lone wolf. And believe me, I have been caught up in all of that to an extreme, to the point where I looked around at my business at about 9 months in, and I literally wanted to burn it to the ground because I was so burnt out, and I was actually very resentful. I was resentful at my clients, at the things I had created, because I was not being compensated well enough. I was resentful because I was not making the money that I felt I deserved. And the crazy part about that is the problem was in the mirror and the solution was too. It was all me. It was my money mindset. It was me backpedaling on those prices. I was the one who was giving people discounts before they even asked. I was the one who was not charging what I was worth. I was the one who was so afraid to truly put myself out there, to, bring forward all of these magical creations that I knew the world needed, but I was so afraid because what if I get judged? And when we step into and say yes to the full magical abundance that is available, we now have the ability, you now have the ability to step forward, to say yes, to receive, and to play with the energy of money. When you play in the energy of money, so much opens up. You get to look deeper into those places where it all stems from, where it all stems from. And what I mean by that is that it is not your fault that you have these blocks. It is not your fault that you may have limitations that are showing up. As a matter of fact, we are absorbing, we're like these sponges when we're kids, right? You know, like those sponges, and you put a bunch of water in it, it grows and it expands. Like our brains are these sponges, where before the age of 7, we are hearing all of these messages. We are getting all of these messages coming through verbal and nonverbal contact. We are getting all of these messages coming through about money. And the crazy part about that is in our adult lives, in our adult brains, we can process this information and be like, well, that's not true. That doesn't make sense. This isn't right. But as a young child of 3 years old, 2 years old, and even younger than that, we get in a space where we may see these things coming through, right? We all had some sort of caregiver in our lives, whether if you grew up with your parents, your grandparents, whatever. We may have noticed that there was tension around money. We may have noticed that mom got mad at dad for spending $500 on something without asking her. And we can then perceive or create these stories that, oh, money causes my parents to fight. That's scary. I don't like money. I want to avoid money. We create these stories and these images and these beliefs that stick with us through adult life, which even now as we're talking, you may not even consciously be aware that these beliefs are showing up for you. The crazy part about that is it can be so deeply ingrained in your subconscious mind, in your subconscious beliefs, that now you have an experience and there's a reaction. Experience, reaction. Somebody asks why your prices are so high, you have a response. I'm not good enough. I can't have this. I can't do this. I can't be this. I can't say this, blah, 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 blah. When really what we want to say, right, and this is where the cognitive dissonance comes in. When we say we want to create the money, when we create the vision board that has the 6 figures on it, the sports car, the vacations, the multiple streams of income, which I love teaching people about, by the way. When we say we want these things, but then our subconscious beliefs keeps us held back for whatever reason, this is the cognitive dissonance, where now we are literally having this internal struggle within ourselves, where we say we want something, but then our subconscious belief is telling us, no, that's scary. That's not good. We're not good enough. Keep yourself safe. Do these things. And it reminds you of all of these images and pictures and projections you have in your subconscious mind. Then you start creating this internal conflict. And this is when we start that push and pull. Maybe it's the start stop energy, right? Where you start and then you stop and then you start and you stop and things get hard. And so you stop and then you start and then you stop, or you have a million different ideas, but you never actually complete them. Or maybe you're the type of person, you're standing back, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for the right moment, waiting for the how, when really you want to step forward and take action. Right? How many of you are saying, how? How? How do I do that? How do I make the money? How do I build the business? How do I get to the next level? How do I create a life of freedom? How do I build this? How do I do this? When really, instead of the how, I want you to ask yourself, who? Who do I know who has this thing? Who do I know who's built the thing that I truly desire, that I want? That could be a mentor, a coach, a friend, you know, someone in your sphere, because your net worth is your network. And I don't care who it is, if it's Tony Robbins, if it's, you know, Warren Buffett, any person out there who is succeeding in business, in life, in their success, in their cash flow, they have had a mentor or a coach that has walked them through it. They've had guidance, they've had support. So instead of asking yourself how, and then getting stuck in that analysis paralysis, I want you to ask yourself, who? Who do I know? And when you're in this energy of being able to play with money, there's a whole realm of possibility that unlocks. There's a whole realm of abundance that is available for you, for me, for us. We get to give more to the world. And if you think about that, when you talk about the energy of money, in the ability of abundance and the ability of play, we are talking about an exchange of energy, an exchange of service, an exchange of power, an exchange of knowledge. And when we're able to fully receive, accept, step into that energy of money, step into the energy of fun, the energy of play, something magical happens. This just happened for one of my clients. She was in this space where she was having some real like belief, right? Some belief issues, some limiting beliefs that were showing up. And in our very first session, we were able to not only help her step out of that energy, step out of that space, but she was able to fully step out and into that energy of fun, into that energy of full abundance, of play, of, you know, receiving the money. And what was crazy was that we went back in her timeline and I was able to go back to the very first belief that she had created around money, around her own worth and her own value. We went back and were able to actually get to the root cause of this belief. We collapsed time. We collapsed time. If that sounds good for you, if you're like, yes, I would love to collapse time, I would love to get to the root cause of these beliefs that I have, to get to the root cause of this money mindset that I can be familiar with, I can recognize that within me. If you know, I mean, you can take as long or as little of a time as you desire. You can. It can take you a year. You can sit in it in another decade. But what if you could do it within an hour session with me? How would that feel for you? How would it feel for you to not only get to the root cause of your belief, but to have a breakthrough beyond all understanding? To have that instant breakthrough where you're now able to say, okay, I understand my value, I understand my worth, and I'm willing to step forward into that. It changes the game in ways that you will not even understand, in ways that won't even make sense for you. So when we talk about playing with money, playing with that energy, playing in that space of abundance, I want you to ask yourself, what is it that is holding me back from stepping out into my true value, into my worth, into my abundance? What is it that I'm feeling, that I'm lacking, that I need? It could be a form of nourishment. It could be some comfort, support. What is it that you need in this moment? We're going to go ahead and walk through a meditation, you guys. Let me bring up some music real quick. All right. Once you go ahead and close your eyes. Be here in this space. Take a couple of deep breaths. Feel what it feels like to be in your body, to be in this space, to be supported, by the chair beneath you. Feel what it feels like as the oxygen enters your lungs. Feel what it feels like knowing that in this moment, every single thing you desire is available for you right now, right here. Feel the chair beneath your body as you know it is supporting you. You are being held, you are being guided. There's nothing that is lacking. There is nothing more that you need than to be right here, right now. Feel the feeling of the magic, the celebration, the energy, the play. Knowing that every single thing in your heart, every desire that you want to create, every desire that you want to bring forth into this world has been planted within you for a purpose. That these desires you have within you are good enough. You are enough. Take a deep breath and notice that as you are entering in this space of abundance, of knowing in your heart that there is more than enough in this world, there's more than enough energy, there's more than enough space, there's more than enough play, there's more than enough celebration for you, for me, for all of us in the world. Knowing that when we make the bold decision, when we say yes to the things which we truly desire, that is when we get to step fully into our abundance, into our passion, into our purpose. Notice what it feels like to breathe the incredible healing energy, to breathe the incredible healing air, the oxygen as it enters your lungs. Knowing it, feeling it, being in it. Feel the magic, the energy, the play, the celebration. Knowing that abundance is available for you in this moment, for all of us. And when you're ready, I want you to go ahead and open up your eyes, coming back to this space, feeling the joy, feeling the love, feeling the celebration, feeling the play energy, all the abundant energy that we've created together today in this world, in this space. Yes, 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 yes. Can you guys feel that in your heart, in your desires? Yes, yes, yes. So trying to predict when, where, and how the money will come this year. Trying to predict each month, each year can really put a limitation on our abundance. We need to leave room for the magic, for the miracles, for the money that is coming to us and through us through expected and unexpected ways. Owning a business, being an entrepreneur, being in the magic is no way a guarantee of how much income you are going to bring in. It's no way a guarantee if you have a product, if you have a service, there's no guarantee of how much money you're going to bring in. Even if, as we've learned over the last couple of years, even if we have a history, a pattern, a way of predicting, that could be smashed. There's a belief out there that has allowed us to think that there has to be lack, there has to be limitation, there has to be a struggle. And let me tell you, the magic and the beauty of having a business right now, for those of you who are entrepreneurs, if you're in that space, is that we have a global audience now. We're in a space where we are allowed to, and we are able to, we have the beautiful opportunity. I think this is one of the most exciting times we have ever seen in the history of the universe. Because we now, through this magic of a modem, Wi-Fi, internet connections, this has allowed us to make an unlimited amount of money any second, any day, in any way. And this is only if you are open to the understanding of money, the energy of play, the energy of abundance, and the understanding of the infinite possibilities. This is why your friends won't understand. They won't quite get how you make money, what you do, what you're up to, why you're up to it in the world. And, a lot of people in my life, it's been interesting, a lot of people don't really understand, like, what are you actually, like, how are you making money? How are you doing this? What are you actually selling? And they won't understand, right? Because in this realm of possibility where I have 4 different brands or 6 brands, 4 businesses, multiple streams of income, if you are closed off to your own growth, you will only have the ability to make a minimum impact and a minimum income. Trying to calculate, predict, try and figure out the how, get in all those frantic vibes, in the start-stop energy, in this, like, it will cause this resistance. And, the crazy part about that is then now you're resisting what you actually want, what you actually desire. And if you remain open, if you are always open to your own personal inner growth, you will literally blow your mind day after day. You will shock yourself. You will be like, oh my gosh. I mean, it will happen in ways that are understandable. It'll happen in ways that don't even make sense. You guys, on December 1st, I went from crying at my laptop at 10 a.m. in the morning to making a bold decision. I stepped out, I made a bold decision because I was open. I'm an action taker. I say that, you guys, because those who take action will see the results. The clients I have that are, my one-to-one clients, which is a minimum investment of about $5,000, $6,000. They see amazing results because they take the action. And if you are always open to your own personal and inner growth, you will literally blow your mind. It will show up in ways that are expected and unexpected day after day after day. It won't even make sense because it creates a line from what you want, what you hope for, what you desire, what you think you might have, all the things, wishing, wanting, figuring out the how, to what you actually want. The hardest part of all of this is being committed to yourself. It's easy to sell. It's easy to get on Facebook and make a call to action. It's easy to get on Instagram and do a story and say, buy this, do this, be this. It's easy to design offers, right? The hardest part of all of this, of truly stepping into your beautiful, magical, incredible abundance, in playing with money, in the energetics of creating this and more, the hardest part of this is being committed to yourself. It takes a big decision to commit to facing your money fears, to commit to facing your triggers and your insecurities. The one thing that will expand you more and more into an alignment with all that you want is when you can fully understand, accept, say yes, and step into this realm where now you get to play in the energy of money. Playing it with money in that space, in that energy, is the greatest action you will ever take. When you understand the complete abundant mindset, when you're able to step forward into that mindset of wealth, of abundance, of more than enough, of desire, of passion, you are able to reframe your money mindset from that one of lack into abundance. You will collapse your time around money. And for those of you who don't know what that means you make more money in less time. When you raise your money standard, when you raise the standard of your income, of your bank account, of your thermostat, you're literally like cranking up the thermostat, then now you get to be a more energetic match for the clients, for the cash, for the money, for all the things you truly desire. This is how you're able to now raise your prices, step into your full desire, step into that which you truly desire, all the things you really want, and more. And more. If you want to step into your high money, energetic alignments, put me in the comments. I also want to let you know that I am offering coaching sessions on how to get to that root for you, how to unclog that money limitation and lack. If you had a clogged toilet, you wouldn't have to figure out what clogged it to get that plunger in there and get it unstuck. So instead of sitting around wondering, why do I have a money block? Why am I not charging what I need? Why do I not do this? Let's unblock the crap. It can be as quickly and as slowly as you desire. I'm offering 1-hour sessions that we will get to that space. We will unlock that limiting belief and we are going to replace it with abundance, play, magic. We're going to reframe your money mindset from lack to abundance. We're going to collapse time around money, which means you will make more money in less time. We're going to raise that thermostat. We're going to crank it up so your new money standard is in alignment for everything you truly desire. You're going to walk away knowing how to raise your prices and feeling confident in your value and worth. And I'm going to give you practical ways that you can use to create more of a high money energy in your life right here, right now. These things have literally, I had one client who went from making 0 sales in 2022. She came to me in February of 2022 and said, I'm not making any sales. I don't know what's going on. We got to the root of her belief. We made a goal to make 400,000 that year, 230,000 the year before. So just know that this will help you to move forward, to unlock those blocks, to get past that lack and into the abundance and the play energy of money. So if you want to schedule a call with me, let me know in the comments, send me a message, say, Val, I want a money mindset session with you. It's gonna be so fun. I can't wait. For those of you who say yes, for those of you who take action and say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is the year I'm going to charge what I'm worth. I'm gonna step in my value. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna be the thing. I'm gonna have the thing. Yes, 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 yes. All right, you guys. So if you are ready to play with the energy of money, if you are ready to play with the energy of money, I want you to walk away with these 3 tips. Number 1, you are what you believe you are. Whether you believe you are broke, you have to hustle, you have to work harder, you're not good enough, whatever it is you believe is true. So what you think about, you bring about. If you believe you are abundant, if you believe that you have more than enough, that you are magic, that all this is possible and more, you will be able to step into that realm and be in the more. Number 2, be careful of your words. You are literally manifesting at all times, in all things, and in all places. The words you speak create your beliefs, which create your behaviors, which create your reality. So be aware of the words you are speaking because you are constantly manifesting into the world. Number 3, step into the realm of possibility. Knowing that you can create even more than you know in this moment, even more than you desire. You can create all that you truly believe and deserve and desire and more. When you allow yourself to step into the beautiful realm of possibility. This and more is available for you. Feel it. Receive it, believe it. I love you so much. Thank you guys for joining me here on this incredibly magic Friday the 13th, where we talked about money mindset, how to step into your greatest abundance, play with money, to be in that energetic alignment. I love you guys so much. Thank you for sourcing this. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. And for those of you who are ready to clear those blocks, I would love for you to schedule a call. My invitation to you is to schedule a call with me, and we will spend 60 minutes deep diving into your specific blocks. We will eliminate those fears, those lacks, that belief. It will get into your full abundance. I hope that you will believe in this magic, you will believe in yourself, you will step out into the realm of possibility, that you will be in this magic. I love you guys, and just know that when we talk about money, it's about so much more than money. Money is not about money. Money is about trusting yourself. Money is about your level of confidence. Money is about your ability to open up your hands and to receive the magic. Money is about so much more. It's so much deeper than you will ever comprehend. And we talk about learning about money, we're actually talking about learning about ourselves. And if you want to become unstoppable, if you are ready to play, book a call with me. We'll get past your limiting beliefs. We'll step into your magic. We'll step into your abundance, and you will be, do, and create all the magical things you truly desire. I love you guys. Again, my name is Val Nichols. I am a business coach, for heart-centered, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. And I want to help you create all the magic, all the money, all of the manifestation that you truly desire. I love you. Have a happy, happy Friday. Happy Friday the 13th. Mwah. Bye.